Today's project is Vise Jaw Stops. Now I'm going to start out here with material that's a ½ inch thick. It's 1 inch this way and, pardon me, 1 inch 250 this way and 1 inch across here. My thinking is that if this works with 2 holding screws, great. If I think it's going to work with 1 holding screw, I may be able to cut this in half and end up with 2 stops. So we're going to see how it goes. The first thing I need to do is mill a slot in here that is 539 thousandths. Just maybe a tad bigger than that, maybe 540. Because my vise jaws measure 539 thousandths, and I want this to slide on the solid jaw of my vise. So let's get that done first. Now here's our setup. From this side of the block to that side of the block is roughly 1 inch. So we have positioned our cutter right to go through the right through the middle. And the distance from the top of the jaw down to this surface on the vise is just over 200 thou. So we're going to go down from this surface 200 thou. And the slot that we're going to cut, as I said, is 539 thousandths, 540 thousandths, let's say. So this is a ½ inch cutter, so we'll have to go back over it, moving off to one side to pick up our 40 thousandths. So let's get that done. Okay, we have taken 1 pass, so we have a ½ inch slot. Now we're going to wind over in one direction or the other, it doesn't matter at this point, and try to get our 39 thousandths or maybe 40 thousandths. We'll see how it goes. We've measured the thickness here of this back jaw, and it was 539. And here we have a couple of gauge blocks that amount to 539. And we'll just test to make sure. And they do go in. It's a little tight, but we could probably stone that and make up the difference. I'd like it to be as tight as possible on here, yet still movable. So I think we're going to take a chance and take that out of here now and try fitting on the back jaw. Well, this fits pretty nicely here. There's a couple of little tight spots, but that's the best I could hope for that, and I think we're just fine with that. So now what we're going to do is drill and tap some holes for a small set screw so that we can retain this. My slot depth on here turned out to be 212, so I picked up this edge right here and moved in half of that, which would be 106 thousandths. And now we're going to drill and tap for 832 screws in this face right here. There are a few small burrs on this edge, which I'm going to take off with a stone. I think that got them. And we've stoned the inside of here too. I had to actually take a small file here to get rid of the burrs caused by the tapping. But I think we're going to fit pretty good. Yep. Yeah, still a little bit of a tight spot right in the middle, but I think that might be a burr on the inside edge here. But it's pretty good. I think we'll put the set screws in now and see how that holds. I've only got the one set screw tightened, this one here. This one is loose. And we've got a really nice lock on that. I'm really pleased with it. That's great. Now, I've used one of these Allen wrenches with the ball on the end and put it in the hole here, and you're able to tighten it like this without backing the jaw all the way up. But you could also take this and turn it around and access it from the back here with just an ordinary Allen wrench. Now, I don't know that I'll need two of these, but if I did, I could just cut this in half and I would have two of these. And if I find I need to do that, I'm going to do that. But I'm really pleased with how it came out. It's really good, nice and tight. And a lot simpler than a lot of the ones that you see that are for sale that cost maybe $50 to $70. That's great. If I had multiple pieces of this that I wanted to work on and I needed them to stop in the exact same place every time, all I have to do is slide it up now and clamp up on that. And every piece is going to be in the same place. There is one thing that I'd like to point out though. This just makes it. Because we have a thickness here, you can only close the vise that far. So if this didn't fit, I could machine a little bit off this surface because I still have room to do it without hitting the set screws. And that would take up to 1/4 inch pieces in the vise.